Alright, we got our Ironhead hardtail project going on here. Got the backbone of the frame. We have some holes drilled for slugging of the frame so that we can extend the backbone for the hardtail. That will give us some strength. The staggering of them ensures a good strong weld to hold that slug in, as well as obviously we're going to completely weld this section right here when we mate the tubes together. And we got the backbone. We have our thick wall tubing slug that we turn down on one side to fit the inside diameter of the backbone, the stock backbone. Just going to slide in. We're going to weld those spots. Here's some 1 1/4 120 wall tubing that we've coped at 30 degrees that we're going to use as the frame junction that goes to the rear section of the top tubes. It's going to fit on here right here, maybe a little bit further back actually once we figure out the clearance of the tire and fender and where the seat is going to sit. Alright, this is how the stock rear frame section looks before we modify for any lower tubes to the hardtail section. Alright, here's some of the rosette welds or plug welds, whatever you'd like to call them. Just make sure in those holes that you start with the penetration and the weld bead at the inner slug and move it out to the outside diameter of the backbone or the tube that you slide the slug into. Here's some of the bracing that we're doing to the lower section of the rear motor mount, so that when we chop these lower tubes, things aren't going to move. It'll ensure that we have the motor mount bolt locations in the right areas. Alright, we got some more holes drilled on the piece that we're mating to the original backbone. We'll get it all set up to throw some tacks down just to hold everything together. Everything's all been lined up. Alright, got a couple things tacked in. Got the plug welds done. Alright, this is the bottom of the frame on the lower frame rails. With the stock, that's the stock one that we still left on right now. This is the one we just cut. So this is going to work is the cast mount, the motor mount is going to be actually grafted to be used to make a new lower frame rail, so it's easier and smoother to run the rear legs back to the axle blocks. Alright, we have both of them cut. We'll get ready to make some slugs that are going to slide into the lower frame rails and weld to the lower section of the rear motor mount.